Today, the Iron Mountain Caring House honored local law enforcement for their support of domestic violence survivors. TV6 Iron Mountain Kingsford Bureau reporter Blake Ryerson shares how the Caring House and law enforcement make a difference.
A parade of law enforcement and residents from Dickinson, Florence, and Marinette Counties drove through Iron Mountain this morning, honking to raise awareness for domestic violence victims. The demonstration was part of the Iron Mountain Caring House's 10th annual Break the Silence drive. Caring House Executive Director Cheryl O'Neill says the sirens and horns make it impossible to ignore domestic violence.
Survivors in our community, victims in our community have no idea how much support they have. And now they hear those sirens blaring and horns honking, breaking the silence of domestic violence.
Law enforcement and community leaders gathered at the Dickinson County Sheriff's Office and drove through town to the First Covenant Church. There, the Caring House recognized community members and law enforcement for their work supporting domestic violence survivors. O'Neill says the school resource officers play a special role.
The liaisons officers that have been really strong in their schools. They go way beyond being there to keep the kids safe in the school. They want the kids safe emotionally and support them.
Dickinson County Probate Court Judge Tom Slagle was awarded the first Children's Hero Award. Slagle thanks the Caring House for the work they've done protecting domestic violence survivors.
I think the Caring House has been effective as well as helping and being a voice for victims and against domestic violence. And there's not much question in my mind that a lot of inroads have been made over the past few decades.
If you or someone you know has been a victim of domestic violence, call the Caring House's 24/7 hotline. The number is 906-774-1112. Blake Ryerson, TV6 News, Iron Mountain.